Wait a minute. Spider-Man's not black. Something's very wrong here. But also a little right. Broham the Wise here, /Jeff, and today I'm doing my review of Mass Effect 3. Booyah! It feels good to finally say those words. So I beat the game Saturday night, and I waited a day to do my review because I wanted to read a lot of the fan response online, because I was a little bit unsure of where I lied on how I felt about the ending, but I'm positive now. I enjoyed the experience the whole way through. If somehow other people who played Mass Effect 3 who hated the ending find this video, I'll probably get filleted pretty damn quickly. But I'm gonna stick to my guns here because I enjoyed the ending. But let's not get too hung up on that. Mass Effect 3. Alright, the gameplay of this one is easily the strongest in the series, I find, because it balanced what made 1 great and what made 2 great really well. It had what made the action so much fun in Mass Effect 2, and it didn't quite get all the RPG elements back from Mass Effect 1, but it did a good job of kind of reincorporating them into the game with all the skill branches and stuff like that. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. So the gameplay works out really well. Of course, you'll be spending most of your time talking in this game, as you do with most BioWare games. The only thing that really offset me at first is they took away the middle option in the dialogue wheel. Because usually there's 3 options, in Mass Effect 3 there's only 2. That really threw me for a loop to start off with. I usually went with the middle one because I was like, I'm indecisive. No, that crap doesn't cut it here. So that threw me off initially, but I got past it pretty quick. Visually, the game looks beautiful. Like, it looks so much better than Mass Effect 1 and 2, it's ridiculous. And those are good-looking games. The soundtrack is booming and epic and like, what? Epic soundtrack! Like, visually, presentation-wise, I can't complain much with the visuals, the sound, or anything, because it was enthralling, I got right into it, the voice acting was great. It's hard to complain, really, when it comes to most of the stuff in Mass Effect 3. I've saved the story for last, because this is going to be the most controversial bit. Because it's the ending of the trilogy, there's a lot of loose threads that have to get tied up. And I thought for the most part they do. Beyond the threads being tied up, the storyline itself is fantastic. The rhythm, the whole way through keeps you involved. There's a lot of great moments with all of the characters. I had a hard time complaining about any of the missions, really. The storyline was just fantastic. All the way through. And now I'm going to get to the subject of the game's ending. Won't spoil anything, because I know there's a few out there who are still probably either playing or going to play it or whatever, so I'm not going to spoil it for you. But if you have looked at Mass Effect at all on the internet over the past few days, you will see very, very, very angry responses to the game's ending. On some levels, I definitely understand where a lot of the angry feedback is coming from. I really, really do. Because BioWare made a lot of promises, and I can see how some people didn't think BioWare came through with them. And in some ways they didn't, I will admit that. Some of the arguments out there are very valid and very thought through, and they're good. So some people out there have true reason not to like the ending. But what I am going to say, so I got 2 points to make. So I got 2 points to make to everyone out there who didn't like the ending. You can post all the angry comments you want, you're not going to change my mind. My first comment is just because it's not the ending you expected or the ending you wanted, don't hate it. Because some of you out there are like that. Not all of you, but some of you are, and you are just the worst kind of people. Secondly, just because you didn't like the ending, don't let that ruin the whole Mass Effect experience for you. Because really, you had a great time playing all the games. Don't even lie to yourself. You did. And the ending is not going to ruin that experience for you. It doesn't. Because the experience the whole way through is such a blast. And you do get to see all those decisions you made in 1 and 2 play out, just not in the way you thought. I do agree the ending could have used a bit of work. There are some things that could have done differently, some things that could have done better, but I still really like the ending because it was an ending to my Shepard story. And you know what? That is what I wanted. That is what I truly wanted, was an end to Shepard's story. That's what I got. So, yeah. That's all I'm going to say about that. Whew. Feels so good to finally be done the whole Mass Effect thing. No more sweating, no more worrying about the game anymore. It's done. It's done. Now what? Comic books it is. Alright guys, Broham the Wise / Jeff out.